I'm just sharing tonight. I'm just sharing. Everybody else is sharing. And God damn it, I'm sharing too. So if you're here just to listen to my sharing. And then we could talk back and forth if you got something to say. I prefer it. I really do prefer interaction. After a while, it's weird as fuck talking on here, just looking at something. Absolutely nothing. I got a question, y'all. I have a question, and I want to know if you can help me understand. I seen a video, and this young man, although I have seen him say some things that he's been popping up on my news feed, ironically, this is why I really be thinking it'd be different agendas and different shit at different time, because these people just pop the fuck up out of nowhere, okay? And then next thing you know, you keep seeing them. But anyway, I saw this gentleman say how, and it's just me observing and thinking, he was speaking on black people. And we were saying how we are the biggest and the baddest, you know what I'm saying, of the universe, and they hold us down. And this is my one question, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, okay? So don't get offended. But this is how I'm looking at it, right? Well, let's go with that theory. We're the biggest and the baddest of the universe. As much as I am in agreement with that statement, I also challenge that statement with this very question. If we are truly the biggest and baddest of the universe, which again, I feel like I'm in agreement with that statement, then why are we able to be held down unless, hear me out, we're the biggest and the baddest of the universe, but they hold us down? But if we're the biggest and the baddest of the universe, which I'm in agreement with, how can they hold us down? Unless, here's the caveat, here's the loophole, we are in agreement to lessen ourselves. Now that might fuck you up. You might be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm just saying, the biggest and the baddest is what it is. And the only reason it wouldn't be the biggest and the baddest, which means that it can be beat by nothing. The only way it could be the biggest and the baddest and still be held down is if they were willingly being held down. Now, whether they're aware of the fact that they're willingly being held down or they are aware, it doesn't take the probability of that being true away, does it? I mean, because there's a lot of shit that you know that your neighbor don't know, and vice versa. And the reason for this is simply because we all supposed to be different anyway. So quite naturally, we would think different, have different points of view, have different information, have different stories, have different talents. It will be a lot of difference because there's many of us and we should be different. Why would the world, or I'm sorry, improper way to ask this question. How would the world have its, what can I say, its effect without it? If everything was just perfect instantly, right? And there was no war. Listen, let me ask y'all this. If you really want a peaceful world, then why do you and your spouse argue back and forth? Because I can tell you, and I'm not talking about having a disagreement. I said what I said. Because see, some people think disagreements is arguments, and it's not. It's a disagreement. You just not used to somebody disagreeing with your ass. These are just some of the things I think and feel, baby. I'm not saying I'm right. But it just seems the real underlying issue be that people don't want nobody to have an alternate opinion that doesn't align with their own. They feel threatened. Instead of leaning into that theory, right, this other person has, and really try to understand where they're coming from. Because this is interesting. They're different. Let's explore. But no, we want a peaceful world. We keep up hell. We entertain hell. We secretly delight in being in drama. I mean, this whole thing is one big dramatic ass show. Think about it. the goings ons of these different presidential candidates, the shenanigans that be going on. And I'm not about to get in particular, because it's immaterial, honestly. It's to no benefit. Y'all know what the fuck is going on if you're paying attention, right? But I just be like, yeah, whatever. I'm not about to give my energy to that foolishness, honey. And you could be mad at me. I don't give a damn. I'm telling you how I feel and how I see the world. And what's so beautiful about all of that shit is you are right in how you feel about the world because it's your world, just like I'm right in mine. We are both right together. It's just a different point of view. It really is. I mean, again, I could be wrong, but then I could be right? And at the end of the day, I'm just sharing. This ain't no damn press conference. I'm not on the jury stand. I'm just sharing. I'm just talking. This backdrop. I was like, let me start on this backdrop because I like it, right? On one end, it's really good for us to encourage ourselves, but a lot of stuff that's positive sometimes that we think is positive is working against us. And what I mean by that is like, you should big yourself up, right? You should big yourself up. But at the same time, you should be able to analyze when you be on that bullshit because everybody got their turn in the game. It's just what the bullshit is and to what degree. But your ass is participating in some BS while you're over there with your snooty nose and your judgments. And the funny part is the most judgmental be the most dysfunctional. For real. And it's interesting, right? Because I tend to lose people, right? People be like, what is she talking about? And I'm okay with that too. I still said what I said. I don't feel bad about it. That's how I'm feeling. So I'm sharing me. I can't alter me for nobody to fit somebody's narrative. I really do have to be me because I mean, it's just easiest to do. I'm already here. I've already shown up and I have arrived, honey. So I might as well go ahead and own it. But what I'm saying is either you're going to improve because you don't like where you at or you're going to accept where you are. But it don't have to be drama about it. Just come into acceptance. That's all I'm saying. Just come up to acceptance that you have some areas that you be on what you would call bullshit. Excuse me. You have some areas where you showing up and you kicking it, knocking it out the park. Man, it's just a human experience. And at the end of the day, we all are just being human. And I think sometimes we forget that. Because, social media, I was thinking, y'all, and I know I'm saying this on the social media platform, which is counterintuitive, but social media, it really is its own witchcraft without any spell, isn't it? I need somebody to stay with me, and I need somebody to give me some feedback if they understand what I'm saying, and if not, I feel you, whatever. But I'm just saying, honestly, the real witchcraft at play here is the social media. Because people get on here and they emit their frequency, but when they vibrate and when they talking and they doing this shit, they're in a frequency of fear where we absorb energy. So as a collective, we pick up on the fear and then we create the fear after we've picked up on it. You see what I'm saying? And this is why this damn black glass that we look at every day, and it's called social media, is its own inbuilt witchcraft. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all be worried about the what the babalaos in your inbox and all of that. Listen, whatever, that's what it is, right? But y'all be worried about that. You need to be worried about the shit that you engage with at ease that you don't even suspect. That's where the witchcraft at. Oh, okay. Now I know I just probably fucked somebody up. I'm going to say this one more time. And again, this is my opinion. The things that you're not aware of. It's not always the boogeyman. Sometimes, because what is the Bible say? What is it? Lucifer is the light bringer. Why would the devil show up as the devil? That don't make no sense. You will see it coming, right? And that makes sense why so much ooh, and we got the spooks. Now we got spooky music to tell one another what the fuck is going on. We throwing spooky beats behind it. We are we are witchcrafting ourselves. Surprise, surprise. That's why they threw that bitch up in there. The whole time, motherfucker, it's been a surprise. Your ass wasn't on it. The gag is the shit putting witchcraft on you is the shit you feel at ease about. Now, would I say that use discernment in what I'm saying? Because there is some shit that's bad that gives off an energy frequency that is alarming and will signal to you to keep it moving. That does exist. Okay, the boogeyman do exist, but I'm saying we already know that. The real gag in the shit and how you are gotten is the shit that you look past, don't even consider, and that you willingly engage in. What? Listen, ain't nobody got to strong arm you. Think about it. Why would with some shit like this? Why would somebody have to strong arm you into being hexed? They ain't got to do that. Mm-mm. It's easier to get your results. I mean, since this is what people think, right? We're thinking about this collective boogeyman in the background that's at the top. Okay, it's a handful of the motherfuckers, and we still trying to figure out who their names are. But they fucking with us down here. That's what we know. We know we don't give a fuck if it's Elon Musk, Kanye, what. I don't give a fuck who it is, allegedly. I don't know. I'm going to throw my allegedly in there because I ain't trying to defame nobody. I'm just trying to illustrate the point. I don't give a fuck who it is. Okay? We ain't like that. But I also see the bondage in that shit too. And I see why Jesus said, drop everything to follow me. Y'all thought that shit was like some old narcissistic bullshit. No, what he's saying in a simplistic way. It's the stuff that we love, the things that we put so much value on, which definitely does not outweigh the value of connection and love, community, and having fun. And it's hard to have fun in a bunch of discourse. You know what I'm saying? You don't know whether you're going to catch a stray bullet or who about to get taken out today, what a celebrity about to be. So you see what I'm saying? We do it to ourselves. So we look into this shit and whatever on here. That's when the shit gets stupid, I just swipe, baby. I'm not about to be in that energy. Doom, 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 doom. What the fuck? Why would I want to live in a nightmare? That's what I don't understand with some of you niggas that be mad. Excuse me, but I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying what it is. I'm trying to figure out why y'all be wanting to be mad. I can't do it. Whether it's going on or not, you know what's going on. You know what's going on. If you really think about it, you know it's some shit. That's why you be listening to the shit. Because you know deep down it be some shit going down more than just the DM. And the shit is crazy. You know it's there. But you don't know quite who or what. But even though that's big and bad and dark and scary and shit, the real scary part is the fact that it don't even take all that. You willingly jump in to the witchcraft. And it's through your phone. It's through anything entertainment. It's through anything distracting your ass. Whatever that may be. Whatever is a distraction to you, there it is. That's the real witchcraft. You get people to willingly indulge in the shit. And they tell you every now and again with different movies and shit like that. And then the people that the celebs that then participated in that message, or something always got to happen to their ass. It's always a consequence. So it's like they telling you the truth, but they gaslighting your ass. Like you know the truth, but you gonna go along with it, or somebody gonna disappear, and somebody do anyway. So I don't know. I really do be speaking my shit in the way I feel and see things. But I'm going to tell you, I do feel like people really don't understand what I be saying. But it doesn't make me want to say it less, though. It's a very strange thing. And I think that's what authenticity looks like. Like, somebody going to have some shit to say because people just going to have shit to say. Shit, I talk shit. So I know other people how crazy. I know I can get crazy. Right? I can talk my shit. I don't, though. I choose not to. But I'm saying if I want to. I mean, I ain't no Tia Kemp with it, but I got enough. It's enough. It'll get the job done. So, but no, I'm not. No, I'm telling y'all, it's anything that is your distraction. And see, let me put y'all on game. You might be like, what are you talking about? And again, this is just how I see it. You might agree, you might not. But this is why they take care of everything. See, y'all be thinking y'all superior to somebody else's struggle. But listen, they hit you in alcohol. And those who don't drink alcohol, they gonna drug. And those that don't drug, you see what I'm saying? They gonna be menaces to society. And those who aren't a menace to society are bigots. And we can go down the list of what the fuck I'm saying. I hope you getting what I'm saying. I hope you do. There is so many characters, and when you get to looking, you talking shit, but really everybody got some shit going on, and that's just okay. The problem is we have a hard time accepting it what it is and move on and move forward. Learn how to balance that shit. Stop letting it get out of hand. Cause I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now let's get a little surface level with this conversation. Some of y'all know y'all family members are ignorant as fuck. Y'all know this. Y'all know it. So y'all know it. Y'all know who the menaces of your family is. Stop acting like you don't know. You know when some bullshit hit your way, so and so did such and such. And you like, they like the person that telling you is outdone. But you on the other end, like, yeah, that's some shit they would do. It might be outrageous, but it damn sure sound like them. Some of y'all got them family, all of us got them. Let's keep it funky. All of us got some of them family members. And the problem is we don't call them family members out. We sweep them under the rug. We don't want America to see, or wherever we live, whatever country we're in. We don't want people to see that shit is not all polished up like some palace in what is that, Arabian Nights? What the fuck is that Aladdin shit? What was they at? You know what I'm talking about. Princess Jasmine and Aladdin, old boy on the carpet. They want everybody to think life is like, no. There is contrast. There is balance. And some of that shit is terrible. And it's okay. So when we stand in our truth, we understand that we got some terrible motherfuckers in our family. And we can also admit we don't call their ass out. Some people do need to be ostracized for the shit that they do. I know you love them, and I know you want to look past it, but some of the best love is being real. Some of the best love comes with a chastising. I know y'all don't hear that, but people don't move unless you chastise them a little bit. And the reason being, if you don't believe me, this is why we in a constant state of fight or flight. We like that shit. It's an adrenaline rush. Because if we didn't, we would stop doing it. And it's just really that simple. So when your mind start wanting to argue with the point, just know that if we didn't want to do it, we wouldn't do it. We keep doing it. So it keeps getting done. And that's it. And so I just be on here looking at other people like, damn, that's deep. But what we doing? And then this is how you know it's some shit in the game. Like, we definitely got to be willing participants, because at this point, the shenanigans that goes on is insulting. If you tapping into that frequency, you be like, I feel like somebody's fucking with me. that shit hit your screen, you'll be like, I feel like they fucking with me. Cause what is this? Like, bitch, what? 365, it's 365 days in a year, except for leap years of some bullshit they made up. And on that leap year, we still got more shit coming. Y'all be like, it's gotten worse. No, the internet has sped up in capacity. So we are fed a more rampant level of nightmaring every day. That's programming our subconscious. I keep on trying to tell you motherfuckers, y'all worried about green-faced women in pointed hats. Bitch, that's not what you need to be worried about. What you need to be worried about is this black screen your ass keep looking in. You ever notice that all of a sudden you get opinions that ain't yours, but they not really yours authentically, but for some reason you fired up on that shit? Yeah, that's because you're being programmed. Because what is all this fucking shit? Let's stop it already. We keep talking about we tired. Well, let's stop. We keep doing it. Are we tired? Or do we like being tired? What's it gonna be? And I ain't mad for whichever one you choose. Because guess what? Both of y'all right at the same damn time. But I'm just saying, if we are the baddest of the universe, I got a question. I believe that. I'm fucking with it. I believe it. I believe that we are the baddest of the universe. I fucks with that. But at the same time, if that be true, then how is anything holding us down? What is holding us down? No, we got to be agreeing to this because we're the baddest in the universe. And you only get the baddest by being undefeatable. Listen, I'm gonna fuck some people up, and I'm going out on a limb here. I'm going out on the fucking limb. I know people are gonna be like, I'm gonna lose some people, but stay with me. Again, I'm just sharing with you how I see the world. I ain't say you gotta see it like this. This is my point of view. I look at people like Mike Tyson. Kids, keep that pen right there. I look at people like Mike Tyson. I want you to put a pin in that, okay? Because I want to take it back a little bit. Kids are the closest thing from coming from the side of the realm we cannot see. Most of us cannot see. Some of us have extra sensory perceptors, or we are tapped into them because we all have them. But some people are more aware that they are there, and therefore they can see a little bit better. But by default, we know it's some shit going on that we cannot see. Right? So we are really, when we incarnate here, we really close to that realm. We got one foot on one side and one foot on this side. So it's still a real strong level of communication. So I say that to say this. At the age of 5, when I saw Mike Tyson, it was something about that individual, that frequency, that was different. It was something different about that fucking frequency. Mike Tyson is, I don't give a fuck what you say. We can argue all day. That motherfucker, that's some different type of shit. He was out here whooping ass. You hear me? Baby, listen, motherfuckers gotta pay him to be killed. They gotta pay him. That man come out like a killer, okay? Now I understand that it's very barbaric in nature, right? To get some kind of connection, but I also acknowledge that's a part of our existence. And it's not to be shamed. This is just a level or just an expression. Doesn't mean we have to stay there all the time, but it does mean that we need to acknowledge that it's there. And that's where we fuck up. We don't acknowledge stuff that is there. And that keeps us more in a state of balance. You got to acknowledge it all, and you got to understand where you fit in that spectrum and stay in your fucking lane. And as you evolve, you will switch lanes, but it's going to happen naturally. But don't force it. Stay, because you're going to fuck around and find out. Just stay in your lane, okay? For y'all people that's... It might sound shady, but it gets to the point. For y'all that don't have a clue out to this bitch, y'all walking around, taping your eyes down, putting on scarves, putting on blindfolds, and all this kind of crazy shit. It's still going on though. But two things can be true. Two things can be true. You have the right to walk around with your blinders on. And I feel you, because sometimes that's the more peaceful route to go. But if you so happen to see life differently, and the way that you're seeing life is really shaking you to the core, then maybe it would just be easier for your system to accept that it's happening. So it won't be such a shocker. If you acknowledge it, that it's happening, now you come into the point where you make a choice. And the choice looks like this: I'm going to participate, or I'm not going to participate. I'm going to be an activist, or I'm not going to be an activist. I'm going to chill this round. I'm going to watch the fuckery. All of those choices are okay because they exist. And regardless to whether we okay with it or not, they still gonna motherfucking exist. The problem is we're out of balance because people aren't staying in their lanes. And the only way they can stay in their lanes is if they understand who they are. It's when you know who you are, you move accordingly. But if you don't know who you are, you move disorderly. Because you don't even have a compass to go off. You're just absorbing shit and you're just acting it out and you're just doing it. And then you get mad at motherfuckers when they come and try to show you a better way because you feel like you slighted because you've been doing it. No, it's just a journey. You ain't wrong. You didn't know. Now you know. Let's move forward, baby. What we falling the fuck out about? Oh, we having strokes and heart attacks on truths? No, that ain't what the truth's supposed to be. I think somebody fucked y'all up. The truth is supposed to set you free, because in the truth you have acceptance, and with acceptance you keep yourself in balance and you keep your levels in order, because you don't have to fuck around and find out. You already know. Ain't no fuck around and find out. I know if I talk too much shit, somebody's gonna come around and whoop my ass, and it won't take Mike Tyson to do it. I know that at some point, even if I was a stripper, it's going to be a time that come that it wouldn't make sense. I mean, you can do it, right? You could be a 65-year-old stripper if you want to. Fuck it up, Grammy. But does it make sense? But we not going to sit up and say that strippers don't exist and they wrong. No, that's a character to play. They out here, they shaking ass and making that money. Hey, that's not my business. I say go ahead and shake that ass, girl, because my thing is, if you're doing it, do it well. Fuck the club up. Shut it down. Okay, take the power out the bitch. I don't go ahead, fuck it up. That's how I feel about it. Whatever you're going to do, go ahead and do it. We don't do that. We always in somebody else's lane. And that means we can't be staying in ours. We are causing collisions. And that's what you see. A bunch of motherfuckers not staying in their own lanes. They knocking in other people's shit, and it's having a ricochet throughout the universe. And it looks like it's targeting us. No, we just not figuring this shit out. That's all. It's just energy. We got to get our energy together, people. Because even with the Nazis, the Illuminati's or whatever, I'm trying to break it up. I ain't trying to, even with that, that's really just some shadow shit that we not addressing, and it's taking form in the form of some motherfuckers that we know exist. We don't know their name though. And we keep getting a little bit closer. I swear we gonna find that fucking wizard behind that curtain, baby. We are at the end of the yellow brick road. I know it. I feel it in my pinky toe. We get there, and then we just don't quite get these fuckers' name. Why is that? We still ain't figured. As long as this universe has been turning, we still ain't figured out these motherfuckers' names. I'm gonna tell you what it is. You're not in your lane. This might be going over somebody's head. I could be talking a lot of shit tonight, but I feel like y'all get me. I feel like y'all like this shit wild, but it's kind of as a matter of a fact. Yeah. And that be the fucked up part. Y'all, I think we get fucked up because we kind of knew it was as a matter of fact because it kept happening, but we didn't want to accept it. So we out here dysfunctional, disorderly, knocking into other people's lanes, trying to take people lanes. No, bitch, fuck what I got going on. Fuck my gifts. Fuck what God gave me. I want this person's gift. Bitch, just cultivate your gift. Why are you trying to steal theirs? What's wrong with you? You feel inferior? What do you have? This Napoleon spiritual complex? The fuck is wrong with you? If you don't nurture your own gifts and mind your fucking business and stay in your lane, that's what the fuck be wrong with Karen. Oh, Karen side swiping everybody. This lady had and I'm talking about air quote Karen. This lady had no fucking intent ever in life to develop her own business. Karen was about the business of everybody else. Karen came up with the block captain. Thank God for the block captain. Can we say amen for the block captain? Because that block captain come in handy when the shenanigans go down. But I'm telling you, Karen is at the foundation of that shit. And that's okay. Because that's a role. That's a role. That is a role. Do you hear me? With that being said, I think I'm done. That was cool.